Welcome to another edition of the Breath of Fresh Air webcast on YouTube. I am Charles Taylor, and I got a couple of guests with me. First, let's say what's up to Patrick Brackett. Say what's up to him, Patrick.
What's up, Georgia?
And
Georgia!
we have I got my boy Stan Franklin on here with me too. So Stan, say what's up.
Yes, sir. What's up? Just for the record, I am wearing Oklahoma State, and I am still a Texas fan, but I'm repping this for my nephew out there in Oklahoma State. So don't judge. I still got my Texas gear here. Look out.
That's what's up, Stan. Well, I guess we got a lot to get to because we gotta talk about these games that are coming up for the Labor Day weekend. But first, let's talk about some of the bigger conferences and who we have winning those conferences. So, since the national champion came out of the SEC last year in the form of the Alabama Crimson Tide, what's up, Bear? We'll, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and start with the SEC. So, Patrick, since you're the Georgia fan over here, we'll go ahead and get your pick first, and then when we get to the Big 12, we'll get Stan to go first on that. But
Okay. So what we start with, East or West?
Let's start with the East.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna make me pick against the dogs right off the bat, huh?
Yeah, hey, you know how we do. We don't mess around on this show, Patrick.
Apparently not, man. All right, here we go. All right. So, as everybody knows, Georgia fan, baby, right here. Problem is, I don't have them winning the East this year.
What?
Hurts me to say that. It really does. But too many questions coming out of Georgia. First of all, new head coach, new coaching staff, quarterback situation, defense is not, Kirby Smart's defense, offense starting with Grayson Lambert. I mean, too many questions, man. Too many questions. But I will say this. Georgia has a bright future. We see Jacob Eason. He's this fantastic high school kid. And I think he'll probably more than likely be starting later in the season, probably by a game. I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2. Because I'm sure Grayson Lambert's going to screw up somewhere, and he's going to get his chance. But with that being said, I have Tennessee winning the East, and this is the reason why. Vanderbilt is Vanderbilt. I mean, I haven't until they can win more than 3 games. I'm not having them win a championship or winning the East at all. South Carolina is horrible because they're losing against Vanderbilt right now. Missouri, Kentucky. So that leaves you with Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee. Look, I got Georgia coming in second in the SEC. I got Florida coming in third. I got Tennessee winning the East. So unless I see something different, too many questions in Georgia right now. So I got Tennessee winning the East.
Who you got, Stan?
Man, Tennessee. I hear a lot of rumblings about Tennessee. I don't know if I'm sold on them just yet. I mean, for instance, just before we got on this, they were struggling to close out on Appalachian State, but I mean, who am I to judge?
Well, hey, don't sleep on Appalachian State, man. They're a good team.
They are, but
They're not SEC good, but
number 9 right now. The number and we're starting off from the get-go. They're number 9 right now.
That's true.
And I know some people had some high hopes for them coming into this one. I don't know if I would have to give anybody out of that, I'll probably give them the best shot because they've been kind of building their system to get to this point. I'm not seeing the same consistency from the other guys as far as Georgia and Florida. They're always the names you throw out there, but I just haven't seen those programs have that big bang over the last couple of years for them.
So who you calling?
I I'm not completely sold, but I'll probably roll with Tennessee. I'm not 100% on
I think it's a good pick.
that.
I think it's a good pick. I mean, you got a good team in Tennessee. I mean, yeah, they didn't pick up a lot of stuff, but they ended up winning their last 6 games last season, and they won some tough games too.
Well,
So, and they won their bowl game.
like I said, they've been quietly working over there. I really expected a lot more from last year. I thought it was going to be a really big breakout for them, so it might be this year for them. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick Georgia. Look, Tennessee, just like what you said, Stan. There's been a lot of rumblings about Tennessee.
I like your pick, man. I like your pick.
I mean,
I'm not sold on it, but I like your pick.
Of course not. But I know Tennessee has a lot of rumblings about them and a lot of hype is surrounding them. Now, Butch Jones has done a good job building up the roster, and I guess a lot of people think this is the year where they're supposed to break out. As their record, because they were at 9-4 last year, they were in a lot of those games that they did lose. They had Oklahoma beat, lost that in double overtime. Lost to Florida, 28-27, when they had a 27-14 lead in the Swamp in Gainesville. They do have Florida coming to Knoxville this year. Had Alabama down, and Alabama was able to get a stop. They won that one 19-14, and they lost another one in the last second, I think, to Arkansas, which I think was 24-20. So
give them credit about Georgia. Georgia had them down, and they came back and beat them.
Yeah, and they came back and beat Georgia. So yes, I understand that Tennessee could have easily maybe been undefeated. If you look at their losses, they were all close. I think they lost those 4 games by a total of 17 points. So, yeah, I mean, they're there, but I think what I'm waiting to see as to why I would probably pick Georgia over Tennessee, I want to see if Tennessee has made that jump. Have they been able to mature that little bit more to be able to close those games out? If you have the teams down in the fourth quarter, that's money time. You have to be able to close those games out. And I think I have to see Tennessee do that before I would say they can win the East and break out like a lot of people have them breaking out. So I know, Patrick, you don't think this is the safe pick because you obviously picked Tennessee, but I'm going to go with Georgia, man. I think Georgia, because Georgia's going to play, I think they're going to play close to the best. They're going to run the football well, and I think they have a lot of talent on that defense. And you know what I always say about that formula. You run the football well, you play good defense, you have a chance
to win.
Yeah, you can win any week. And I think I'll stick with Georgia on that one. It's very close. I almost was with you. I almost picked Tennessee, but
I want to pick Georgia, and it's not because I'm a Georgia fan. Obviously, I am, but I want to pick Georgia because honestly, who else can beat them? I mean, it's not a safe pick, and I like your pick, and I like where your head's at. And Tennessee obviously is a safer pick, but I mean. Georgia, I mean, Kirby Smart didn't win 2 championships with Alabama because he was lucky. You know what I'm saying?
He's a coordinator.
He's a very good defensive coordinator, and he's ran that team very well. Even with the talent that he had last year, or the year before, wasn't like the best, and yet he still made a deep run. So when I look at what Kirby Smart brings to the table, I really like it, but it's too many changes. There's too many changes going on in Georgia, and that's the reason why I don't feel comfortable with it. But hey, by all means, Charles, please be right. Please.
Well, anything to add, Stan, before we move on to the western part of the division?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I get a little itchy when I'm in the SEC talking about them, so I'm ready to press on.
Well, we'll make the West really quick.
Well, who do you have winning the western part, Patrick?
First of all, all right, Alabama. I got Alabama. This is going to be in Georgia. There's going to be Alabama versus Tennessee. but there's a lot of hype behind LSU.
As always.
As
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
As always. Am I willing to bite on that? As long as Les Miles is head coach, no. I can't do it. Leonard Fournette, great, fantastic back. Fantastic. Probably one of the best in the entire conference. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Everybody's talking about 2 SEC teams in the playoffs and the national. I'm like, where? Who's the second one? Because as soon as Alabama wins, which I actually have Alabama winning the conference, as soon as Alabama wins, who's the second team? I mean, it has to be. I mean, you got ACC. That's another Big 10, Big 12. I mean, I don't see it. So Alabama. There you go. I'm done. Name another team that can beat them.
What you got, Stan?
You know, it pains me because if out of any conference, this is the worst that I ever like to talk about. I wish they all could lose. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. And I don't know,
Wait till we get to Big 10. I feel the same way.
He would kill me if I didn't say Alabama. And just for that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say LSU, and this is why. LSU is gonna make the adjustments. They had a couple of hiccups last year, but I wholeheartedly believe they're making adjustments this year. They're gonna make the right calls when it comes to that pass versus the run.
Are we talking about the same LSU I looked at?
Yeah, which ate them up last year. I think they're going to make the adjustments.
It's Les Miles. They don't make adjustments.
Yeah. I think they had they did have some coaching errors there down the stretch.
It's every year.
I really do. I'm hoping that they go ahead and pull this out, and I think they will. I think they're gonna shock some people this year. That's just me. We'll see. Time will tell, but
it's a good pick, man. It really is. LSU is a very disciplined team, but I'm not crediting Les Miles with that because
yeah, there's a lot of people don't like Les Miles. That's bad on LSU. But
I don't have a problem with Les Miles.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with Les Miles is the fact that he runs 15,000 fourth down conversions in a row and gets them. I was like, no man is lucky in this world to get 15,000 fourth down conversions. So.
Live by the sword.
But I'm not going to lie to you, Stan. LSU is a great pick. Leonard Fournette is the only reason why I say that that's a great pick. He is, I mean, the dude is straight beast mode. I mean, he's a good running back. So I like your pick. I just like mine better.
But the thing about Leonard Fournette is they need a passing game to benefit him and to complement him. So, Stan, you're telling me Brandon Harris can make enough plays in that passing game to give Leonard Fournette that necessary support? Because let's be real, we know how good Leonard Fournette is, but the rest of the teams they're going to play know how good he is too, which means they're going to have 8, 9-man boxes. That means there's going to be some one-on-one matchups.
So, and that's why I think they're gonna make the adjustment because people are gonna prep for that. They're gonna prep for that. So I think where the shock and awe for them is gonna come from, they're gonna complete enough passes to open that up enough. Because he only needs a little bit of space. He doesn't need 11 guys coming at him from the get. But he gets a little space. I think he can make things work. And it's going to put them on their heels a little bit. And you're talking out of the series, just a few completions, loosen the guys up, okay, and then let's roll with it. And he's dynamic, so he's going to make some offensive plays. But that's, that may be me being optimistic, seeing some of the things that they can improve on, but we'll see.
I mean, Stan, I would like to see it. I mean, because look, this Alabama dominance, ugh. All right, I mean, I don't mind Alabama that much, but man, somebody got to stop this. I'm sorry. And, again, shout out Barry. Yeah, I said it. I'm hating. But
Boy, here, let me do some hating too. I hope somebody stops them too.
Yeah.
But I don't hope it's LSU. I hope it's Georgia, so that I can do this in front of Bear. And I'm going to do it all game long, Bear.
Yeah.
All game long.
Well, I guess y'all know me, man. I'm just gonna take the see it to believe it approach, and
Yeah.
until that, if Brandon Harris can make those plays, because he will have that opportunity, particularly when they do play Alabama. They have Bama coming down to Baton Rouge this year, so he will get those chances to make those plays down the field. And if he can, hey, LSU is good enough. They always have the talent. They always have national championship talent.
Right.
Just a matter of can they put it all together, and that quarterback play has to come together for it. But I'll pick Alabama playing it safe. So since then it's itchy.
Cowards.
You know who I want to pick, though?
I don't want to pick Alabama, man, but I gotta go with my head, Stan. I can't.
Look, I said this last year. I will say this: one team to watch, minus Alabama and LSU. Arkansas.
They're another one. They're another one who be on that hype train, man, and then they get in there and they can't play all the time.
It falls on the coach. The coach needs to pay attention to what his team is doing. Don't worry about what Ohio State is, which is another conference at game one. Worry about what your team's doing. And as long as he does that. Huh?
Say that about a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but in particular, Arkansas's head coach, because he goes out and makes it public. Well, but Ohio State got cheap because they don't play a bunch of hard teams, and then they go out and get beat by freaking UCLA. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So Arkansas needs to handle business. They handle business, they could be a top team in the West. Will they beat Alabama? Maybe not. Will they beat LSU? Maybe not. But they can make some noise in that conference.
I did. I expected them to, and I thought they were gonna come out and do some big things. But I was disappointed in Arkansas. Very disappointed.
I was too. It was horrible the way they played.
Yeah.
Throwing away games the way it was not good football. This year, they're going to iron that out, and I think they can make some noise. So I say watch out for Arkansas. I don't think they're going to really beat Alabama or LSU, but they can make some noise.
Well, since Stan gets itchy talking about the SEC, we'll go ahead and move on to the Big 12. So, Stan, who do you have winning the Big 12? Are you going with Texas, or are you repping the shirt that you're wearing? Who do you have?
Okay, so this has been, my heart, man. My heart tells me, stay home, stay with my boys, and I really want them to produce. I really do. I think they're going to do well, but I don't know if it's going to be well enough. I think the biggest contender, the biggest problem is going to be Oklahoma still, which I hate that. Like, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm going to go with...
Yeah, I just threw up in my mouth, too.
Yeah. I'm going to go with... Oklahoma State has us primed to rob this year. I think they should have done it last year, to be honest with you. They had some defensive gaps that needed to be filled. Offense, obviously, they had a struggle in there with the quarterback situation. But I like them. I like them a lot. They're fiery this year. So I'm going to go with O State.
Okay. Who you got, Patrick?
This is your conference, man. Fair enough.
Make the call, Patrick.
You made me go first in mine, so y'all two got to do y'all's thing, and then I get to go.
Oh, gosh. All right.
You trying to set us up.
Well, just like Stan, I would like to pick Texas, of course, to win the conference. And, yes, I think they will do well. I think with Charlie Strong being in there for his third year, I think he kind of has a better handle on the pulse of the team, and I think they will play better They'll play better defense. I think they'll be a little bit more explosive on offense too. So I see strides being made for Texas. I don't know if they have enough to win the conference. Of course, I would like to see it. But I think I'm going to pick TCU to win the conference. I think, yes, TCU. Because TCU does have a lot of people returning. And I think having Kenny Hill, y'all remember the same Kenny Hill who was at Texas A&M and then he got in trouble? So, he has resurfaced back as the starting quarterback for TCU. And I think he'll, with the players they have around him at the skill positions, setting them up for success. And you know the coach there, Gary Patterson, always has defense. He will always bring an aggressive defense. So you combine those things, I think they have just enough to win the Big 12. So if I had to pick somebody, I think it would be TCU.
My turn?
Yep.
Charles, what shirt you wearing?
Yeah, I told you. You know I know I'm wearing Texas, of course.
All right. This is where y'all going to be pleasant. I got Texas winning this division.
What?
Okay.
I got Texas winning this division. And this is the reason why.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie. This is his team now.
Yeah.
You have seen time and time again what this man does when he has his team. He's got his team. He showed tons of signs last year, beating Oklahoma in one of the toughest games that he's going to play, but he beat them and owned it. Who was the other team that I said they were going to beat, Charles, right at the end of the season? And I said they're going to handle them. Who was it?
You got lucky. Yeah,
I did not get lucky. Not get lucky. Who was it?
No, I know you called it, Patrick. You said they were going to beat Baylor. I know.
I said they were going to beat Baylor.
Yeah.
They got the conference this year. I like what Charlie's doing. I like the offense. I like the defense. I got Texas.
Nope.
And they're going to probably beat Oklahoma again in that Red River rivalry.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that one on.
I'll take that all day long.
So,
I could never call it the Red River rivalry, man. It will always be known as the shootout for me. Always.
Yeah.
well, I call it so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like this. I like what Texas is doing. I like how they are approaching everything. And again, I cannot say this enough. And again, this is Charlie's team now. He's got his recruits. He's got his people in place. So I got Texas. And I told you. What did I tell you on the phone, Charlie? I said, I got some surprises for you.
Yeah.
That might be number one.
I agree with you. It is Charlie's team, and that's one of the things somebody asked me if I was concerned with, what he's got going there at Texas in his career because, he's on that timeline as people like to say. But I was like, hey, this is his class. This is his recruits. I think he's got a lot to show people. I mean, he's got a proven record, and I think this is when we're going to see it, the work that he's actually put in, shaking that Texas system up. So I'm excited about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm very excited about it. I may be cautiously optimistic, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. We got a couple more conferences to dive into. So let's start with the ACC. So, of course, you got Clemson and Florida State in there. Some people think North Carolina can mess up that party as well, but Clemson and Florida State are the ones that are kind of dominating the conversation. So, we'll start with you on this one, Patrick. Do you think?
Okay. We haven't started with you yet.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. All right. We're good. I'll jump on. All right, I'll jump on there for either the Big Ten or the Pac-12. So I'll jump in.
Fair enough. So you're gonna start with me. Okay? All right. As you said, man, the biggest talk is coming from Clemson and Florida State, and I went back and forth on this one. I went back and forth and back and forth. And then I looked at the schedules, and then I went back and forth again, and I finally decided that I'm going to go with Clemson. And mostly because all the returning players, they're returning so many players. They're very disciplined team. offensive, defensively, special teams wise. And Florida State, I'm not really sold on the quarterback situation in Florida State, so I got Clemson.
All right, Stan, who you got?
I think for me, this is one of those conferences that's kind of becomes a no-brainer. When somebody gets up there, they kind of sit there for a little bit, and I agree. Clemson is there. I think that's the team for them. And I don't really see anyone but maybe a silent, quiet Boston College sneak in, but that's just because I've seen a few things from them that I liked. They play aggressive and they've been kind of getting in the weeds there at
What do
Boston.
you think about Louisville?
Huh?
What do you think about Louisville?
Oh man, I've always liked Louisville, the team there, but I think they just lost a little bit of something when Charlie left. But I mean, I like him. I think it's a good program. I think he left them in good shape. I just don't know if they can win out the
ACC conference well enough to win it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll win out the conference.
Yeah, Louisville is. I think they're dangerous. They do have a lot of speed on that team. You know they can put up some points. And as I said, North Carolina, I think, they're dangerous too. And Georgia Tech, just because they play that crazy system, that quadruple option they run. Because
five-leg option that they run.
Yeah, and it's just a different style of football. I mean, because especially nowadays, you have your teams who like to run the spread offense, 4 or 5 wide receivers, quick snaps, no huddles, and that's what you have. So when you do play a team like Georgia Tech, it's a shock because they're coming with this triple option physicality. Yeah. So they're always somebody to kind of keep an eye on, and you know they're always good for an upset or two. So you always have to watch them. But I'll go ahead and make it 3 for 3. I think Clemson is going to win the ACC too. I just kind of think they're destined. They were so close in the national championship game against Bama last year, and I just kind of think it's one of those things. It's one of those times where it's not really about X's and O's. This is desire for me, and I mean I think when you come that close, it could either go one of two ways. Either you're going to come back stronger, or it's just going to mess with you and you're just going to fall apart. Looking at Clemson and what they have coming back with Dabo Swinney and, of course, Deshaun Watson, I think Clemson is coming with it. I think they have something to prove. So
I will say this. I will say this about the ACC. You know, I got to say something. I'm hoping that the Miami Hurricanes can play well enough to at least contend, because Mark Richt's down in Miami now, and hopefully he turns that team around and does something good with them, like he did with Georgia. So I just want to pay my respects to a fantastic head coach in Mark Richt, and I hope he does well in Miami.
And he got some players down there. I mean, when you're in Miami, you always have some talent to work with.
When they stay out of trouble.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, they got Mark Richt now.
Yeah, I think
Mark Richt's serious, man. He is serious when it comes to that stuff. I mean, he kicked some very good, talented people off his team.
Yeah.
And because of that kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. Does every team, all 4,000 college football teams, break NCAA rules? Absolutely, mostly because NCAA changes the rules every 7 hours or so. So, does every team break the rules? Yes, but with Mark Richt, at least you know what you're getting.
Right.
So, I think Miami is going to be better for it. I think Mark Richt's going to be better for it, and I just want to let those Miami fans know that they got a great head coach, and not that they don't know it already, but they got a great head coach, and he can do some really good stuff in Miami.
All right. Well, let's move on to our two favorite conferences. Let's go to the Big Ten first, and let's see who we have winning that one. I guess I will start off with this one, and I don't know. The Big Ten to me is just kind of full of teams that I kind of wish would all just lose. But I guess
Reach it. Reach it.
but somebody does have to win the conference, and Michigan has been getting a lot of hype. I mean, Jim Harbaugh is there, and this is his second year with them, and a lot to look forward to, I guess, with them. And they had a good first season, but they lost to their two chief rivals last year. They lost to Michigan State on the messed up punt, and then they got blown out by Ohio State. So I have to see them beat one of those teams before I can pick them. So it won't be Michigan. Yeah, look, this is going to make me sick too, but I think I'm going to go with Ohio State to win this conference, man.
I'm about to end this show.
No, we're not. That's not happening. That's not happening. But
you know how you felt uneasy in the SEC. This one got me shifting in my seat, though.
Hey, you think I feel good about this? I just said, man, I wish all the teams could lose. But
I ain't picking because none of them represent.
But yeah, man. I mean, I don't, because Michigan State. I mean, they're gonna compete. You know, Michigan State is gonna do what they do, but I don't know if they have enough offensively to continue their success, or at least not to the point where they can win the Big Ten. Michigan, I think they will be better, but I worry about their offense also. I think defense, they'll be fine. I don't know if they can score enough points either. So I think Ohio State, just like how you felt about the SEC East, Patrick, they're pretty much the lesser of the evils to me. And I think because of that, I got Ohio State winning the conference. Very, very slightly, but I got them winning the conference. Sickening. But yeah, I got them winning the conference.
Yeah.
Who you got, Patrick? Or are you just gonna bake this?
No, I ain't picking none of them. All of them losing.
Yeah, you're gonna do a Reggie Bush and vacate the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I got to pick, but I have to say this: I'm not picking them because of the hype train. I'm picking them because of their defense. Straight up, their defense. I'm picking Michigan, and this is the reason why. They picked up Stanford's defensive coordinator from last year, who only allowed 17 points per game for the entire season. He only allowed, what was it, five passing touchdowns all season and 4 running touchdowns. Rest was strictly 3-pointers.
You said Stanford's defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, and then that's really good. That's in the conference in the Pac-12, so yeah.
So when I see that, I'm saying, is Harbaugh going to be? If Harbaugh is going to be the offensive coordinator, which chances are he probably is, unless they hire somebody, I'm relying on Michigan's defense. And when they picked this guy up, I was a little more confident about this pick. Again, not picking them because of the hype train, because I don't think the hype train is as bad as it is coming off. But I like this defensive team, and I like this defensive squad. I got Michigan, barely, but I got Michigan.
Who you got, Stan?
Man, I don't want to sound like it's just the same old song here, but I'm gonna go with Michigan too, man. And a lot of the reasons that you guys said.
How about?
Yeah, I'll get you.
How about?
But I think what you saw with Jim going there is that they bought in. You know, I think that's the biggest thing for them is that they've bought into that whole thing, that whole hype around him. So
Definitely got the team for sure.
yeah,
Well, this is his third year.
right.
Guess what that means?
It's second. It's second.
It's his second year? Okay. I thought this. No, you're right. You're right. It is his second. So, therefore, he's closer to his team opposed to somebody else's from last year.
And I think you're going to he's one of those guys that he can rally the troops, and I think they bought into the system there. So you're going to see I think you're going to see a tough enough because of that. So I mean that's basically, and then you got everybody else. It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
And it's cool. I mean, because Michigan's schedule, that's the thing also, because they do have to go to Michigan State and to Columbus to play Ohio State. So, I mean, I do think they can pull those games out. I think they can beat Michigan State. I'm not so sure about Ohio State because they should have beat Michigan State last year.
Yeah.
But they got destroyed by Ohio State last year. So I think they have to just kind of step that up, and like I said, that offense, that's my main concern with them. Can they get enough points? Because with that defense, if you can score about 20, 23 points, it's probably enough for Michigan in a lot of ways. But, yeah, I'll stick with Ohio State, man. I don't know. And then there ain't really nobody else in that conference who can really mess with them. I mean, because I guess it's between those three, right? Michigan State, Ohio State, and Michigan.
There's some talk about Wisconsin. I don't know why, but there's some talk about Wisconsin. Iowa trying to make some noise. I can see why.
Tough.
Yeah, I can see why with Iowa, but Wisconsin, I really don't know why. I haven't seen anything.
Let me harp on Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin and some of the things that they've been doing out there. And I think it goes to show that LSU is going to pay them out the gate. Shows that what they've been doing, their program is getting them somewhere. So I wouldn't sleep on them just yet, Wisconsin. So.
Well, Wisconsin. And we'll get to the games in a minute. They got LSU coming up to Lambeau Field. Dude, that's going to be tight.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing Lambeau Field. That's going to be tight.
Yeah.
But we'll get to those in a minute. Sorry.
Also, don't sleep on Purdue.
Huh?
Don't sleep on Purdue.
Purdue? Look, okay, Patrick. My nephew goes to Purdue, and he's already calling like a 3-9 season. So
I'm calling it 2-10 with Purdue, dude. I had to say I had to lighten up the tension, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to get all down. We getting down about this Ohio State pick, man. And
well, you wait till we get to this Pac-12.
Oh, this is dude. This is even worse for me. I hate the Pac-12, dude.
You want me to go first?
I'll go first. I hope, dude. You thought I wanted everybody in the Big Ten to lose? This Pac-12, dude. I hope they all beat the crap out of each other, and they all tie with a 0-0.
Yeah.
But Patrick, I thought you liked Stanford a little bit.
Stanford. The one exception. That's it. Arizona State doesn't bother me either, but other than that, the rest of them.
Well, Patrick, with that said, now that you just kind of vomited all over the camera, who do you got?
Stanford.
Okay.
Stanford, without a doubt. Too strong of a team, man. Too strong of a team. They're just too strong, man. That defense is going to be lights out in this conference. Not another team that's going to really stand up and say, make a stand. You got USC that's facing Alabama first game of the season, so USC is probably going to be all demoralized and complaining that they lost by 70 points to Alabama and they still should be ranked number 1 because Alabama is too good. Hate USC, dude. It's sorry excuse for a school.
Whoa! My wife is a Trojan now, man. Calm down.
I'm sorry for her. That school is
uh,
rank.
you just don't like the Hollywood life. That's what you don't like.
No, I don't. Because it creates a bunch of crybabies.
Who do you have, Stan?
And I would man, I'm a Oregon.
Don't say it. Do not say USC.
No.
I will travel to Miami, and then you have a serious conversation like face to face, dude. Don't pick them.
I'm on split because I really like Stanford, like you said, what they've been doing. That program, it shocked me because I remember sitting there and just like we're talking about Stanford. So I really like them, but I still like the flashiness of Oregon, man. I like how those guys get out and go. It's exciting. It's like tempo. Not a lot of people can keep up with that. I don't know people.
I don't think Oregon can keep up with that.
I don't know if people. I don't know if they still have the same athletic ability they did before, where those guys can run that tempo like that. But I like that, and a lot of teams can't keep up with it. So I'm gonna stick with them just because they still got the shocking awe factor.
All right, and I think I'll go with Stanford too, man. I do like what you said about Oregon, Stan, because yeah, they still like to run that tempo, score real quick, and just hit you with all those running backs, and then they can go over your head as well.
But every time they play against a pro-style offense, that offense is slowed down, and they never get to play their game.
Yeah,
Stanford.
Well, Stanford, the thing that Stanford does do well against Oregon is they're able to shoot gaps. They're able to get some good penetration, and that disrupts Oregon's flow more than anything because now it puts them in these third and longs, kind of gets them out of their tempo, and just slows them down altogether. Stanford, or at least out of the teams in the Pac-12, does that better than anybody to Oregon. I mean, all those other teams struggle with that pace a lot. But Stanford does a pretty good job managing it. And I just think Stanford is, I like the style of play. They run the football well, and they got strong defense still. I've always been a fan of David Shaw, the head coach. I just like how he coaches. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Stanford too. But I will say, watch Utah. Utah can sneak up on some people too, and they have
always a good team to watch.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
They're like Fresno State in baseball, dude.
Yeah. There's always that team that can kind of sneak up on you.
Yeah.
So I think Utah can sneak up. Is there anybody else? No, I'm not really seeing anybody. Washington. Look out for Washington. Washington. Now they're ranked a little high. I don't know. I mean, I think they're 14th nationally. So we'll see what they can do. But I'll put my money on Utah before Washington. And again, I got Stanford winning it. So, I guess unless you guys had anything else to add about the Pac-12, or you guys itching from that conference too.
Dude, I ain't got nothing good comes out of that conference.
All right. All right. Well, we have, I think, about 15, 20 minutes on the show, so we got to go through these games for the opening weekend, and we got to make some picks with them, and we got to be a little bit quick before the show runs out on us. So we'll start with, USC and Alabama. Do I have to ask who y'all got for this one?
If you want to, I got Alabama.
Yeah.
What about you, Stan?
Alabama.
All right, yeah, I got Alabama too.
I got Alabama winning this pretty handily, man. If 35-7, they're gonna put the smack down on USC because there's too much hype. USC's always got this. Oh, we should be ranked 5th in every week, and even though we get bye weeks every other week, rank us 5th.
Oh boy.
What?
And oh yeah, and Stan, yes. So when we make these picks, yeah, we have to have a score with them. So
Oh, okay. All right.
yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, it becomes natural for me. I just pick a score and then we roll. But 35-7 Alabama.
5-7 Alabama. No, what I've seen in the trend, I think it is going to be high for Alabama. I would be more. They're going to put it on hard because it's going to be reps for their second string guys. So I'm going to say it's going to be closer to 40, with maybe a touchdown, maybe.
Okay.
Got a pretty close game, huh? I mean, I don't have a close game. I don't have it as big of a blowout as what Patrick has. I'll go. I think it'll be. Let's go 34-16. We'll go somewhere like that, man. I do think Alabama will win pretty handily because just the physicality, man. That running game, just coming downhill toward USC. I just don't think they can prepare for it. The only chance USC has, in my opinion, is they have to
If
make
Alabama doesn't show up.
well, they have to make big plays. If they're going to do that, they have to make big plays, and they have to get about 3 or 4 turnovers. If they're not getting that, then yeah, it could get ugly. I think for USC.
Yeah.
So I'll go 44-16. Let's see. There's a lot of good games this weekend. All right, well, let's go with Notre Dame and Texas. Who do y'all have for that one?
Texas 24-17.
I like it.
What you got, Stan?
I'm gonna go Texas. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 21-14.
114. So all y'all got, yeah. All right, cool. I'm going 30-27 Texas. I gotta sit there and represent, of course. And there's gotta be a better showing than what they showed last year up in South. My goodness.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed to come on here after I had talked all that mess and I had to eat those words.
Guaranteed win.
Yeah, I know. I guaranteed the win.
Guaranteed the win. Dude, and then I came on here like 2 weeks later. I guaranteed the win against Baylor, and Charles was like, "No, not against Baylor." What happened? Called it. I almost called the score on that too, Charles.
You did. You almost got the score right. You did. But now, Patrick, you do have to point out, if you're going to point out all the good ones, you got to point out the bad ones too. And I know you pick Notre Dame to lose every week. And so,
yeah, for like the first 6 weeks. SOBs kept winning too, man. I'm mad.
Well, hey, I hope you are right about this Notre Dame loss for sure. So, yeah, so we all got Texas going there. Let's jump to the Labor Day game. Ole Miss and Florida State. This is going to be a good one, man. Who do y'all got for this one?
Ooh. I'm saying Florida State. I'm going. What I'm saying is it's going to be somewhere in the parts of 27-23. It's going to be out there.
Nice. What you got, Patrick?
I got Ole Miss. Beating Florida State. I've been debating on how close I want to make this. I'm going 28-27.
Oh, very close, huh? 1 point. 1 point. I can't get too much closer than that. Man, I've been going back and forth with this one too. Ole Miss, I don't know, man. Ole Miss to me, they're that team where they have all these nice toys and and they can do something, but then when they almost get to that potential, they rag and it just messes you up and it just upsets you. That's kind of how I feel about them because for the last couple of years they have beaten Alabama. And after that, it's like they forgot the rest of the season was supposed to be played. So they'll go and lose to Memphis or somebody, or have some sort of crazy loss to Vanderbilt or something like that.
Lafayette, Monroe.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Which is actually what happened.
You see, exactly.
They beat Alabama the week before. We went in next week and lost to Lafayette Monroe. We went to Alabama, beat Alabama, and then came home to Lafayette Monroe and lost.
See,
Ridiculous.
that's yeah. Florida State's winning. I'm going. I'm going 26-23. I do think it'll be close. Mississippi will show up. They'll be ready to play in that one. I think Florida State with the running of Dalvin Cook, I think will start to take that one over, and they'll win by a field goal. What other games? Okay, yeah. UCLA, Texas A&M. Games in College Station. A lot of hype, of course, has been around UCLA and their chosen quarterback, Josh Rosen. Who do y'all have winning that one? Well, Patrick, I don't even know. Just pick the score.
You don't even know who I'm going to pick.
Yeah, Patrick, I know who you're going to pick.
Who am I going to pick?
You know you picking A&M. You are
I'm
not
picking A&M, dog. I'm picking A&M. I got A&M 28-17.
I was going to say, you are not picking UCLA. So
No, I am not.
It's 28-17. What score do you have for that one, Stan?
Man, my wife is gonna kill me, but I'm gonna say A&M. I think it's gonna be more lines of 2013, somewhere around there.
Oh, good score. Good pick. Good pick. I say that because I was actually wanting to say 2013.
You said it, and I was like, man, I like that score, but
I like that score too. But I think A&M is going to bring a little more, and that's the reason why I went with a little higher score.
Yeah, I'm going 27-20 A&M. I think the defense, I think, will one thing about A&M's defense that they always seem to have is good pass rushers. They can always bring some pressure to the quarterback, and I think that team speed on defense is going to give Rosen a lot of problems. And I see him throwing 2 or 3 interceptions and turn the ball over, and then they can shut that hype machine down. But yeah, I got A&M winning that one 27-20. So we're all in agreement there. LSU and Wisconsin in Lambeau Field. Who y'all got for that one?
ooh,
I got LSU 35-10.
Okay. What you got, Stan?
oh man, I like Wisconsin too, but I think LSU this is gonna be a warm up for them.
That's what I think.
I'm gonna say they're gonna go out and dominate this 42-10.
Ooh, I like that score too. Ooh, let me top it up. Let me change my 52-7.
Really? I think it will be.
I like it. 35-10. I'm good with mine.
I think it'll be closer than that, man. Wisconsin is going to come in there hyped up. Playing in Lambeau Field, man, they're going to be hyped up for that one. They're going to at least show up for the first half. I don't think it's going to be a...
What's going to happen in the second half?
I don't think it'll be a beatdown like that. Man,
the first half will end 7-10, Wisconsin. The second half will win 35-10.
No. So what? No, Patrick. We gotta.
They'll put a big old goose egg for the third and fourth quarter.
I got LSU, but I think it'll be closer, man. I mean, because like I said, that game in Lambeau Field, man, Wisconsin is going to be hyped for that, man. I got LSU winning, but I think it'll be. I'm going 27 to. I'll go 27-16, maybe 17. 27. We'll go 27-17. I do think it'll be closer, man, because Wisconsin is going to come in there a little bit hype. I don't think y'all got them like you got Wisconsin looking like McNeese State or somebody, or y'all said it's a tune-up.
Yeah, it's a tune-up for LSU.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I got it a little bit closer. Let's let's see, what other games are on? Because there's a bunch.
That's like the best game fixing to
two
show
more.
up.
Two more. What'd you say, Patrick?
One of the best games is probably going to be played all week.
Well, we got three more. This is, I think, got about 9 minutes. All right. Georgia, North Carolina. Who y'all got?
Georgia, 24-20.
Stan?
Georgia, 24-23.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got Georgia.
Regardless of what that score is going to be, that's going to be a good game. I mean, of course, I want Georgia to come out, but they're starting Grayson Lambert. I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, I don't like it at all, honestly, to be honest with you. But, North Carolina is going to come out. They're going to play good. They're going to play good football. And I just think Georgia is going to be a little more – they're going to be a little more poised about running the ball. They got Nate Chubb. They got Sony Michel. They're going to be running it down North Carolina's throat as much as they can. I wouldn't be surprised if each one of them get 20 carries apiece just to keep the ball out of the air from Grayson Lambert, either him or Jacob Eason. But I think it's going to be enough to slow down the tempo of the clock, play Kirby Smart football, and leave the ball in the hands of the defense to put the hold on North Carolina. I feel really good with mine, 24-20.
All right, I got Georgia. I'll go. I think it'll be pretty close because, North Carolina, I think they'll play pretty well there. I'll go. I think it'll be a little bit higher scoring. I'm going to go 33-24 in that one with Georgia winning. Two more games. Clemson at Auburn, which I'll have for that one.
I'll go first. Clemson, I will take them. I'll take Clemson 24-3.
What?
What you got, Stan?
I like Clemson. I think Clemson is definitely got this one. I don't see it in Auburn. I'm gonna say 28-7.
Yeah, man. Auburn will show up because they are playing this game in Auburn. But yeah, Auburn, you talk about a team with a lot of question marks. And Gus Malzahn, the coach there, I think he might be on the hot seat, man, because they've been just kind of going down. Ever since they were in the national championship game against Florida State, it's been downhill since. So I don't know if he can bring that back up. I think they'll be respectable, man. But yeah, I got Clemson kind of. I think Clemson will win 34-17 around there. I think Auburn will have a good showing in the first quarter, come out with that hype, come out with that adrenaline, and then I think when Clemson just kind of settles down, I think they'll pull away in there. One more game, Oklahoma at Houston.
Ooh.
This is an interesting one.
Very interesting.
This is interesting. Houston, this is pretty good, man. So who y'all got?
Oh. Man.
This is going to be the start of Oklahoma finding out what they're really made of. I got Houston winning this game, mostly because they are at home. I don't think Oklahoma is as good as advertised.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm taking Houston. I'm gonna go 30-27.
All right. Yep. Stan, what do you have?
Now, I would agree. I like Houston though, and I think that they can pull this out because for them it's a statement. It's a really statement game. They may catch Oklahoma feeling a little too confident coming in this one. Not that they hadn't been there. Sue's been there before, but I think they may be a little too confident for this game. I feel, and I think Houston is going to get them. I think it's going to be close. I just don't know if Oklahoma's going to have enough. So I'm going to say it's 2013, somewhere around there.
2013. I got Houston 27-24. I do think that's probably my upset special for the week.
Yeah.
Because, and I say upset because of where their rank is at. You got Oklahoma number 3, and they think Baker Mayfield is this Heisman Trophy candidate. I never thought Baker Mayfield was that great. But
he reminds me of Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill.
Tannehill, as you would call him.
I just think just a little bit overhyped. So I'm sure everybody's gonna be like, well, why is this Texas fan hating on Oklahoma? What a surprise. No, not hating just because I don't like Oklahoma. I'm picking it because I think Houston's gonna beat them, and then y'all probably gonna catch another loss to Ohio State in week 3, and then y'all gonna lose to us when we play that Red River Shootout. I mean, rivalry. How about that? I'll go ahead and just put it out there. Y'all will hear me say it again, but well, I guess that will wrap up this college football preview on the Breath of Fresh Air webcast. So we're on Google, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn. Go ahead, like it, plus one us, whatever, and leave the feedback. And let us know what y'all think about these picks, and leave the feedback on our conference picks as well. So until then, everybody enjoy the games coming up on the Labor Day weekend. Next week, we'll do an NFL preview. So until then, enjoy the weekend. Get some food in you, get some barbecue in you. Just enjoy the day off and watch a lot of football. And you have a whole bunch of other stuff going on too with baseball and, man, what else is going on? Yeah, football and baseball are the big things right now. Yep. Well, then just enjoy all the sports that's going on, and we will talk to you next week. Everybody take care.
Right.